As the world thinks hard on how to withstand the changing weather, National Union for Coffee, Agribusiness and Farm Enterprise, NUCAFE, has laid the way in promoting smart agriculture in the face of unpredictable weather characterized by long droughts. Partnered with NERAS, supported by the Nordic Climate Facility and Agribusiness Initiative, mitigation and adoption measures were designed for over 600 smallholder families in at least 20 rural community cooperatives to combat climate change. To effect this, several pilots were run on both climate change adoption and mitigation.
We have had a pilot around Lake Victoria Crescent or Lake Victoria region.
It is important that the projects and the trainings that the project does, the pilots that the project does, that they benefit in the end the farmers, the coffee farmers, the smallholder farmers, that they receive a higher income, better quality coffee, and manage better, at the same time manage better climate change related issues.
Our approach was to not just do the pilot project, but also create a lot of trainings, because practices needs to be taught out and they need to be replicated by the farmers for them also getting the knowledge they need and deserve.
Farmers were encouraged to grow indigenous trees in coffee plantations to provide shade cover and avoid scorching sun radiations. NUCAFE also set up numerous portion demonstration farms where a specific adoption and mitigation measure was applied in each and monitored to find out which one is ideal for coffee growing, and thereafter recommend it to the wider coffee growing community as a game changer. In this same strategy, farmers were encouraged to stamp their old coffee trees to have them regenerate with higher yield potential. To ensure rich productivity, farmers are also encouraged to use biochar to boost soil nutrients on their gardens. Through demonstration farms, coffee farmers have been taught to rely on irrigation and how to extend water to their plantations using solar pumps. They've also been able to pick lessons on how to use trenches to retain water that is ideal for coffee growing. Intercropping and mixed farming is another intervention championed by NUCAFE to widen the farmers' income base. Animal and poultry refuse is also an ideal source of natural manure for coffee plantations. Apiculture has also been mooted to boost pollination, ideal for coffee growing as well as benefit farmers with incomes from selling honey. The 3x1 pattern, a new trend and formation of planting coffee, has been tasted and proved to boost yields. It is the latest craze championed by NUCAFE to move more coffee plantations in small spaces and yet still have successful produce. Many farmers have had their share of the package to take away, as the NUCAFE's climate change program is also uniting and training them to embrace the use of digital platforms to learn more about coffee growing as well as search for better markets for their produce on several internet platforms. Many farmers have found this a real learning curve, and it has bred many coffee farming champions.
What we have been able to model out in these last 2 years, we should get into scaling up, and of course we'll invite more other interested partners to come on board, and then we upscale this to be able to benefit more other farmers that have not been part of the pilot.
Uganda is really on the takeoff to even produce the 20 million bags that we are yearning to produce come 2025, 2030. My plea to now stakeholders is that we need to take up what we have learned, what our findings have been, the achievements we have made in this project to create impact all over the country.